Hi Pisces, and welcome to your reading. This is a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for December 2021. This reading can also be accurate any other time you find this, or this reading finds you. So take what resonates and don't take what doesn't help you, obviously. So in the beginning of the reading, I will go into general energies, into a general overlook. In the second part of the reading, I will go into a love and love relationship situation. I'm concentrating on romantic love, but of course this can also be a close relationship that is bothering you, or where you want to know more in depth about the situation. And in the end of the reading, I will also pull some charms for you, so stay tuned, because this is exclusively what I do for the English speaking reading. I do this in German as well. You can find my German channel in the description box below. So in December, dear Pisces, we have a lot of stuff going on astrologically speaking. We do have still the solar and lunar eclipse cycle. So there is a new moon solar eclipse on December 4th, right in the beginning of the month in Sagittarius, which really gives us a new start, a new perspective, a bigger picture of things. And we can really restart here a new cycle of our emotional realm. So it's really about kind of creating a clean slate in our emotional world, so we can really project on that clean and white canvas for the future. We have Neptune moving direct on December 1st, which is big because it's in your sign. So dreams that have felt like very hard to achieve or not being able to be made a reality might now feel a little more realistic again. So we are trying to really push forward our dreams, our fantasy and our imaginary life will maybe be a little more triggered, and we will have more ideas. We will be more open in our dream thinking, in our fictional thinking, which is not necessarily a bad thing, you know. So it can be very, very positive, very constructive as well, to really engage your imagination. And in the end of the month, also Jupiter is moving into your sign. So that's the planet of luck, that's the planet of good fortune, that's the planet of growth, expansion. So that's all great news for you. We have a full moon in Gemini. We have Venus moving retrograde, which will be a testing period definitely for relationships and for love. We might have to go back into past situations, or deal with past situations, or figure out things from the past, especially because it's in Capricorn, and it will be work, but it will be worth it. So we will have the stamina as well to do so. So I think that's the biggest things that I'm seeing in astrology. If there is something else coming up during the reading, I will also talk about that a little bit. So the Princess of Discs is starting your reading here. I really like this energy because it's a very earthy, very grounding energy, and it really brings change. The Princess of Discs is really a chance for changing your physical realm. So there's actually already a change happening, and it's also kind of manifestation in a way. So a manifestation of change. You might not see all the results yet, but you are open to learning, you're opening yourself up to understanding manifestation better. Maybe you're really also going into a new direction, or learning some new skill, because the princesses are about learning, and they're very curious about knowing better and understanding better how to do something to build results, especially with the discs. You could even start a new educational path, or start getting deeper into a topic that helps you manifest something, maybe produce something of value, or even take a money class, a business class. Everything that has to do with product and money and results can now be very helpful, or you can now go into learning more about that, which is really great. I think through this process of really understanding better how to create your own reality, because that's what it basically is, really. you might hit a roadblock here during the month. I think it's not a big deal because we have the Empress here by the end of the month. But through this focus, I think, on how can I really build what I want to build, there might be an awareness coming up, which is only natural, of what is lacking, or where do I feel like I don't have all the resources, qualifications, I'm not good enough, stuff like that. Or where is it so hard? Where does it feel like you're putting in much more than you're getting back? So that's the Five of Pentacles here. So it might feel a little difficult at times during the month to really come into that strength of manifesting. But by the end, you're really arriving at a very strong position, the Empress card. And the Empress card for me is always like she mastered manifestation. She's also standing for Taurus, so which is very interesting. We had that Taurus full moon eclipse in November, so maybe something is really now starting to show what already was triggered in November, starting to show how you're much more capable of building a comfortable, beautiful and loving environment for yourself and for others. Being patient, being in tune with the cycles of nature, not rushing anything, but at the same time really continuously growing and expanding. That's all the Empress. And she's a very, very creative card. And I don't know, for me, she is just a card. She masters manifestation in more like a on an organic level, not on a linear level like the Emperor is doing. So she knows how things grow on a broader sense and naturally, and how they take their time, and sometimes you have to give natural processes the time to grow, sometimes you have to put in the work, sometimes you have to be receptive. So that's all the Empress, and it has to do probably also with a realization about the new about your emotional life around the new moon solar eclipse on the 4th, because we have the new moons here and the eclipses on this card. And she is also, as I said, card for Taurus, more accurate actually for Venus, but Venus is ruling Taurus, and we have Taurus here in this card as well, Mercury in Taurus. And Mercury in Taurus is a little bit of a difficult placement, of course, because Mercury is a very swift, fast communicator planet that is really trying to express and to make things happen, and Taurus is very slow and steady and not necessarily the sign that wants quick change. So maybe there's something going on. Also, let me check what's going on with Uranus in Taurus. Maybe there's something that is affecting you directly or more directly. Not really, but of course we have a square on the 24th with Uranus in Taurus. And Jupiter is still in Aquarius, actually. So there, but what I noted there is it could be a big opportunity, but it's an opportunity where you have to think before you act. And maybe that's also accurate here for you, or something where you feel like, oh, am I good enough? Do I have all the tools? Do I know how to? Do I have all the qualifications for this? So in the end of the month, there is a huge chance to come back in a mastery, step into your power, and be very strong in this skill of manifesting here with the Empress. So that's very wonderful. I love the Empress card. So relationships, looking interesting here. There is, again, an Ace of Pentacles. That's the same ace that this Princess of Pentacles is holding here in her hand. And we have this Ace of Pentacles. In general, in this reading, there's a strong feel for the ones who are trying to get pregnant, want to get pregnant, are having trouble getting pregnant. There is a strong emphasis on that. By the end of the month, I think it could be very fruitful for you. If that's, I just want to go into that real quick because I know it's not for everybody, so bear with me, but it's extremely strong because the Princess of Pentacles is pregnant in this card, and the Empress is also a card of growth, inner growth, so also pregnancy up to a point. And with this Ace of Pentacles, we have this baby here, and we have here Ace of Wands, a baby here. So it's, if there is, I think if there's trouble getting a new sexual spark and you're trying to get pregnant, by the end of the month, I think you will be very attractive because the Empress is very attractive. She, I think by holding back and letting things come in your way, the chances are better right now. So if you're not initiating, if you're like letting somebody come to you, that's probably more of an aphrodisiac right now, to be quite honest. So yeah, but if that's not for you, then there is a person. It could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but doesn't have to be, with the Son of Cups here, who is, I think, romantically very interested in you, also expressing their emotions, also being very open. And if it's a closer relationship, then there is maybe an attempt from a person to be more romantic, be more expressive with their feelings, be more open, and therefore you see really there is a new chance moving forward with this on a long term. This gives you security. This seems like a stable chance. The Son of Cups is also transparent with his feelings, sometimes a little too much, but now I don't really see a very destructive energy here because he came up very upright. So maybe he's also a very creative person, maybe a musical person, and you're seeing this as something that could possibly be a long-term chance here with the Ace of Discs. This person also had the 7th house coming out with the Astro dice. So yes, they're thinking about partnership, they're thinking about long-term relationships. That's the 7th house. And I mean, it just looks great. You know, it looks like the romantic person, doesn't matter if male or female, but somebody who is bringing their emotions forward, who is coming in your direction, who is really expressing, who is open, who is actively putting into the situation. It could be a new person. With 2 aces, it could be a new person that you see as a stable chance, a suitor who is just very open about being interested in you. I see that there is still like maybe a resistance sexually, that there is some spark missing for you with the Ace of Wands in reverse, or that there is an overthinking when it comes to, or a repressing and overthinking when it comes to the sexual initiation, I want to say, with the Ace of some sort. Because the Ace of Wands is in reverse, and I think it has to do with some sort of not letting your animal instincts out, and maybe not letting your playful inner child energy out. So that's but from both sides here, because I don't think it's not there per se. I think it's just suppressed. I really think it's suppressed here from both sides, and nobody is really taking a step. The Ace of Wands, I think, in reverse, nobody is really taking a step into this direction. Maybe it's really like, oh, is it time to now be sexually intimate with the other person? That could also be just a moment where you maybe feel maybe you have a moment of not feeling great about yourself in your body or something like that. That could be with the 5 of Pentacles. But by the end of the month, I see so much strength, so much self-assuredness, so much feeling good about yourself with the Empress. So I really think this 5 of Pentacles is just like a short-lived moment coming up that is a little uncomfortable. So what also came out here is definitely that there is an overthinking sort of element here in this connection. And I think mostly from your side, I think you're maybe thinking a lot about your emotions and how you feel towards this person. And if there is emotions, if you want to really emotionally open up to this person. And maybe that's why you're also holding back, because often through intimacy we get closer, and that can be scary. So maybe that's something you're thinking about. I think both people here have this going on, and with the 4-4, it's a lot about stability, and with the double 4, I feel like it's holding on a little bit too much to a certain stability here. I think retreat is now a good idea for you with the Hermit, to really look into yourself and see what's the best way moving forward. I think you will find the answers, you will find the way within yourself if you go within this month. And just know that this person, and I feel like you already know if that reading resonates with you, this person is really very interested. I think they're very honestly interested in a relationship and something that is more long-term with the 7th house, and they are definitely romantically creative and expressive as a person, which is beautiful. So I also drew, oh, here we have also the Taurus again. So I already mentioned Taurus. For you in general, it's a big thing. So I think this November full moon was maybe a catalyst for you of some sorts. Go back to that date of the 19th. Maybe around that date something happened where you really switched something up, and now you can already see the change. Because this Taurus full moon is going to change a lot of things. It's going to really switch up situations. So it's bringing change in how you can manifest and how you're getting better and learning better about how to manifest your reality here on this planet with Taurus. I love this, really. I love this. It's so beautiful. We have Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I also pulled this quote from famous women in, I have this calendar in German that I think was from 2020 or 2020 I think, or 2019, that collected quotes from famous women, and there's also dates on it because of the calendar, so maybe these dates are accurate for you or saying something to you. So it's the 24th of May and the 7th of August, and the quotes I will try to translate in an accurate way. So this one is from Diane Eckermann, and she says, at the end of my life, I don't want to recognize or to realize that I only lived its length. I also want to live the breadth, the width. So that's something that I find very interesting with the Empress, because as I said, the organic growing of things is not a linear thing. It's more like it's expanding, contracting, expanding. Again, that's how nature also works. It doesn't only work in linear ways. Some things do for some time, but then they don't, you know. So that's what the Empress is all about. And there's much more to life than just do your everyday chores and then go to bed and then get up again and work and then do what you got to do. And then there's much more to explore. I feel like there's much more that a good life, a life well lived, contains. Okay, so the 24th of May, and it's an Ingrid Bergman quote, which is nice. So Bergman, if you want to say it in English. Luck is always what you think it is. Or happiness and luck. Happiness is always what you think it is, and I love that. I love that. That actually really blew my mind, that quote, and I'm getting goosebumps again while I'm reading it right now. So let's pull some charms, real quick. The charms really give a good insight, I think, for the relationship readings. There's just, because there's a lot of like attachment related charms in this. Wow, okay, yeah. There's a lot of wisdom gained, I think. This cute little white elephant, that's my wisdom charm. From going within through, and also really spending time with yourself, quality time with yourself. And I think you did that already in November, and through that lunar eclipse, yeah, again, the lunar charm. So trust what you've learned in November during the full moon around the 19th. Trust what you've understood. I think there was a big realization of, I want to build I want to create and build my reality, and how do I do that, and how do I learn more about that. Also, coming back into yourself, showing yourself fully, living in your authentic truth is part of this process, and it's going to be always like a practice. I think every time you hit a roadblock, it's just going to show you where to focus and where to put your energy. With this connection here, I think this is interesting. There might be some hesitancy for you, because you can already sense that this connection on a physical level and on a sexual, intimate level could be very deep and transformative and magical in a way. And I think therefore there might be a little bit of a hesitancy to really let go, because I see there's a lot of sexual attraction from your side. There is this battery, this could give you a lot of energy, and this is like prana energy, this is really like life force energy. And then we have this dark stone that is really about the mystery of things. You're protected also with the stone. It's a protection stone, so there is something magical in this, and it could really be, again, if you want to get pregnant, this is the season. There's a lot of Christmas babies, obviously, or babies that are made around Christmas. So, you know, this person is very open in their heart energy, this heart chakra stone, and that's a beautiful thing. I mean, what can I say? This person is very open in their heart energy. I love that. And that whole, I mean, their whole card in their 7th house. And wow, there's another magic charm. Look at that. I didn't even see that. Oh, it fell on the floor. Okay. Well, it might appear and disappear, appear and disappear. There might be these magical glimpses coming from this person. Wow, I love this. Okay, so Pisces, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing, commenting. Please, please, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, because it really helps me to grow the channel. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.